Test, test. Ooh, we maxed out.
Bouncy.
Hopefully that's a little better. Sorry about that, everybody. Hopefully that's coming in now.
So anyway, Miss
Captain Couch Cushions. Wendy, that alliteration is very close to a bra size. Be careful there. And apologies if there was all of a sudden a very large spike in sound. It looks like the mixer may be doing something kind of funky. Yes. Okay. Hello, everybody. How are you? Oh my gosh, it's been an exhausting week, and we've had lots of good friends who've been just going through lots of really rough stuff. So everybody, please take a second to I'm here, I'm worthy. Things may not be okay right now, but people care about me, and things will improve because we are thinking that all for you this week, and we're thinking it for ourselves too. The fact that we have not resorted to eating every meal from restaurants for the last week is a testament to good habits.
Today it was 2.
You were so nice. Well, one of them was planned. We have to do the go out and do a thing on the last Wednesday of the month thing. I.e., I have very little precious spare time in my life, and I have enough disposable income that I pay some very nice skilled professionals to clean my bathroom once a month.
And they are lovely, and they are ninjas who show up very early.
Early morning, once a month cleaning ninjas who make things happen so that I do not have to spend my precious spare time scrubbing a toilet, for which I am very appreciative, and I would tip adequately. And then this day just kind of got away from me, and we try to Wednesdays on lunch are kind of our hey, let's go do errands and have fresh air and hang out together because I kind of like you and stuff. I'm fond.
Please allow me to introduce you to the Trito Protocol.
Was there a treat?
There's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Wednesday?
Yeah. Wednesday is lunch out. Tuesday and Thursday is we have done a stupid mental health walk for our stupid mental health.
So we get a treat.
So we get a treat.
There's this. Okay, so we bought this giant bag of Lindt truffles, like a whole kilo's worth of them, and then we're like, we cannot have these in the house. So they live in the car.
This was in November.
And when we go for our stupid walk for our stupid mental health, when we get back, we have a treato. So there's been. We've needed lots of Cheetos.
And today,
this week.
Today we had the breakfast out because of the cleaners, and then I went and got us Popeyes.
Because there's a Popeyes now. I don't know why Reading is like the epicenter of all the American fast food joints open here first, but I am here for it. Because I have a Taco Bell and a Wendy's and a Jollibee, and now I have a Popeyes. And their biscuits are overcooked, but they're overcooked in butter, so that's okay. And they have gravy that tastes like stuff as opposed to just... Okay, so we did an experiment a few weeks ago.
Marguerite realized she was an American on a predominantly English stream.
Yes, exactly.
We did an experiment.
We did an experiment a few weeks ago with one of our favorite cooking bloggers had a how to make pudding out of anything recipe. And by pudding, I mean the American version of pudding. So a sweetened, thickened dessert. And one of the recipes he said was, use leftover coffee. And I'm like, ooh, coffee pudding sounds good. Yes, but when you don't have dairy in pudding, it does not trigger the American pudding buttons, and it looks like sweetened gravy. It's not good.
It's coffee gravy. It's fucking coffee gravy.
It's not good. So this was not coffee gravy. This was Popeye's Cajun gravy that tastes of things and spices, and it was very tasty. And you went and got it for us for lunch.
Because you were having a day.
Okay, so I have a little notebook that I use to take notes for my workday. And normally there's a little block like this, and then I write here's a couple of meetings I have, and here's a couple things I want to do today. Today, the whole side of it was filled with meetings. And so coffee gravy is red-eye gravy if it is made with either bacon or ham, a pork product, as the fat that is thickened into the gravy. That's red-eye gravy. And besides, red-eye gravy is served hot, and coffee pudding is cold and sweet. And you would not want to have it on your eggs and ham for breakfast, for sure. Red-eye gravy. Red-eye. Exactly. I've gone on a million tangents. My brain
Popeyes.
has done so much today, and I'm just like word vomiting up everything. You don't know how I like my eggs and ham. I do not like them, Hawkeye. I am. I do not like them cold. Okay, anyway, I can't do that. I can't keep rhyming. You would. I can hear your brain kicking over.
So yeah, all of that's gone on. And
chocolate gravy. Lily Fox, by chocolate gravy, do you mean like ganache? Like melted chocolate as a sauce? Or do you mean like meat drippings with chocolate?
almost mole.
I was gonna say, if you put enough seasoning or spices or chilies or something in it, it becomes like
mole.
Mole.
I'm down for
very
that.
bland two-note mole, but okay, fine, cool. God, I hope not. Ooh, that sounds horrible. Chocolate gravy is traditionally made with a blend of butter, sugar, cocoa powder, and flour thinned out with milk to create a gravy-like sauce.
Oh, I know this face. Oh, she's making notes. Here we go.
Yes, but what do you eat chocolate gravy on? Like, is this something you put on like cornbread and biscuit? Oh, Southern style chocolate gravy. Okay. Or do you eat it like on ice? Excuse me, I'm exploring this link. Oh, there's a video. No, stop.
Well, now those are biscuits.
Are those It's like melted pudding.
It's almost profiteroles, but with biscuits
You need
instead of the
something
profiter.
I was gonna say chocolate gravy. What do you eat it with a spoon? As a friend of mine would say, the nearest consenting nude body would be a viable target. You know, It's on the list. It's on the list. Interesting. I will investigate this further. So how many things do we do on this stream?
Oh, we do 3 things on this show.
There we go.
The first one is we provide you with
this nonsense that we have been doing for 15 minutes.
This is the bonus.
This is the bonus? Really?
Yes.
That's what we're saying?
So the opening monologue is the opening monologue.
This isn't even the monologue, folks. We're just warming up.
And this gives you
I have to close this because
an
if it's going to
opportunity.
confront me with this image of melted chocolate, I'm like, no.
To get situated, get hydrated, get food, make sure your pets are medicated, your rumba's plugged in, you've taken the knife off it again.
The cat boy has been put away for the evening.
You know, the dapper lumberjack cat boy has been put away for the evening. All of that good
has
stuff.
adequately named this. This is not the opening monologue. This is the opening nonsense.
That feels
I'm
like
writing down opening nonsense.
That feels like it needs to be like a musical number, like a full on "So Long and Thanks for All the Fish" musical number.
Yeah, and instead of the what's it called? Oh, the thing where they play the little clips of the music that the opening preview. That's not a montage, but it's the word that you use.
Medley.
Thank you. The opening medley. And we have time targets to which we aspire. We have time targets.
37 minutes of
37 minute overture. Thank you, Hawkeye.
Overture.
Thank you. I'm like, it's montage, but for music. Help. Okay. Opening nonsense is our opening the overture. The overture. The sound of the orchestra warming up as we
For example, earlier,
dramatic.
like 15 minutes ago, I actually found out a piece of news which I find really exciting.
Yeah.
Day of the Triffids, the other John Wyndham novel, other than the one that I like and no one else has heard of.
You mean other than the one that was heavily referenced in The Rig, that ridiculous...
Which gets to season 2!
Okay, moving on.
Day of the Triffids, which is literally just the worst fucking day. Humanity is instantly overnight blinded by a meteorite shower, and everyone who just happens to have their eyes covered can still see.
Wasn't it the inspiration for a Star Trek episode?
Several, I'm quite sure. And
Little Shop of Horrors?
Yes, and there is also the small matter of the carnivorous walking plants, just run with it, that break out and take over the planet. And there's a new version of this coming up, which should be really fun. It's basically...
fungus horror is popular. Why not plant horror, right?
It is... Rhubarb is Triffids. Yeah, absolutely. And this is basically going to be modeled, as near as I can tell, on the TV version of War of the Worlds that just finished, which is super grim and very French. The idea is that they're going to franchise it out to other countries.
I'm not wearing a leotard.
In continuity.
He can wear the leotard. I'm in the top hat.
Do it in a heartbeat.
But he already has the tails.
Spangly. So each one will take place in the same continuity. So you'll have the Triffid invasion in England, the Triffid invasion in Japan, the Triffid invasion in Iceland, the Triffid invasion in Alaska, which is probably going to be... What's that? It's a plant. What's it doing? Nothing. It's fucking frozen.
Fascinating.
Come back in 6 months.
That you say that about Alaska, but not Iceland.
Yes. On Iceland, I'll just do the road over and over and over and over and over and over. So yeah,
totally derailed your line of thought. You just went on a Triffid tangent.
So yeah, that's coming up, and that should be fun.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. It's been a fun show. It's been a long week.
It's Wednesday, Lemon. It hasn't been a very long week. There's just been an awful lot of stuff crammed into a very short period of time. And we're decompressing a little bit live and on camera.
My normal to-do list has about 10 items on it. For the last 3 days, it's had about 15.
Yes, it is also... So our publishing company, once a quarter, like a lot of small businesses, has check-ins with all of its various teams and groups about what's going on, what are our goals, how are we doing, and that is this weekend. All of those meetings are this weekend, which is why I have Friday off work to prepare for all those meetings, and Saturday and Sunday to have all those meetings, and then Monday to lie on the couch and stare into space in an approximation of a weekend.
Yes, Wendy, there is a new Day of the Triffids TV show coming.
It has. I can't think of anybody for whom it has not just been a goddamn week, right? Think of that book whenever I see the roadside, Heavy Plant Crossing.
Oh my rhubarb. Yes, quite.
That's heavy plant, as in like big vehicles with large machinery on?
Yes. Or in this case, a really angry daffodil going, fuck off. Krum, krum, krum.
Happy Dragon Day, everybody. Happy St. David's.
Yes.
Exactly. As in JCBs. Okay. Interesting. Right.
Fun fact, you cannot travel from one side of the Isle of Man to the other without being trapped at some point behind a JCB or a flock of sheep or a tractor.
Or both.
Or all. Just all.
See, now I think they've missed... Well, maybe they announced it today on purpose. Is there daffodil Triffid artwork?
I'm sure there is. I mean, it's
I'm thinking about giant daffodil Triffids in Wales. That would be fascinating.
I mean, like, the formative BBC version is very angry vagina, but...
Are the sheep driving? Heavy
plant crossing.
Right? But now I'm just seeing very Rubenesque rhubarb doing its thing. I'm like, okay. Are the sheep driving? Who knows? Stitch. I mean...
They always are. They wait.
I used to live in Cornwall, and the sheer sinking feeling I get when I see a tractor ahead on the road now. Right?
Oh, beans. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Oh, gonna put it on, get it that sign and put it on my desk as a spring decoration in the office. Yep. Heavy plant crossing. I love it. Right, so we
do 3 things on this
show.
The middle thing is normally either an interview with a guest, and we've been talking about the next few guests to get in today, but we're not quite ready to roll it out yet.
I think we're going to start leaning into book guests a little bit, because at long last, Hugo nominations have opened and the Nebula nominations have closed, and we've been talking a lot more about kind of the underside of short fiction back here, so we thought we'd have a couple of guests to talk a little bit more about awards and how they work and genre type stuff. So we're going to try to line up a couple of guests. And the other problem is we've been having a hard time finding more public domain scary fiction that would work for this stream.
And also for this time of year.
Yeah, and also for this time. Spring doesn't... I mean, if you have hay fever, it's a good time of year for some scary fiction, but, you know, we're still looking. And that actually segues. Oh God, I tried to say tangents and segues at the same time. No, tell everybody your favorite abbreviation, not abbreviation, your favorite translation of a movie title that you learned this week.
To the surprise of literally no one who has met me and is alive, last Friday, I went to see Cocaine Bear.
Who is surprised? I don't see any
Cocaine
hands.
Bear is a perfect movie because you know its tone, what it's about, and whether or not you will like it from the title.
The title's just... It does what it says on the tin. Based on a true event.
There is a review in this week's Full Lit, and I got a little overexcited when I was putting it together. Again, look shocked.
Ozzy, yes, Cocaine Bear is a movie based on real events. When a drug smuggler...
Basically, a drug plane goes down over, I believe in the movie, it is called, and I'm not making it up, Blood Mountain. Goes down over Blood Mountain in, I believe, Carolina.
Somewhere in a rural area, and the bear eats something like...
a bear-sized portion of cocaine.
Yes. And then goes on a rampage, as you would expect.
And, you know, in the actual story, the bear OD'd massively and died.
Yeah.
But this is... The director perfectly summed this up as, I wanted to make a Fast and Furious movie where the bad guy is a coke-addled bear and two of the main characters are idiots in an ambulance.
So it does what it says on the tin?
Its Spanish title, which I did not notice, I had grabbed the image for, and I have kept it because I love it so. Its Spanish title is Oso Vicioso.
Also his ring name.
The Vicious Bear.
When you tag team with El Dulio, it is under the name Oso Vicioso.
Oso Vicioso.
Oso Vicioso, which I just... bringing out the Dead Ursine edition. Not far off, Wendy.
Oh, hey, if you want to... Because Cocaine Bear is actually a really good time. It's very gory, but it's gory in that kind of happy, fun times way. If you want to see a movie which isn't especially gory, is very funny and horrible, I cannot recommend Bringing Out the Dead highly enough. It is the best Martin Scorsese movie. It is notable, but
Wait a minute, didn't Martin Scorsese do Goncharov? Or
yeah.
was that...
Sorry, aside from Goncharov.
Second best
after Goncharov. Took him a while to get his group back. It is about a paramedic who works 3 night shifts, each one with a different partner. The partners are played by Ving Rhames, Tom Sizemore, and John Goodman. And
I saw this movie!
Yes.
Oh, yes, it's very good.
And there is... The moment where I knew that this was going to live in my brain forever was when I think Sizemore is the last night. And by this point, Cage is having minus fun. So he just kind of stumbles over to the parking lot. And the first time you meet Sizemore, he is rhythmically pounding a baseball bat into the headlights of the ambulance, yelling, "Die! Die! Die!" Turns around, gets that huge coke-addled grin on his face that only Tom Sizemore could do. He goes, "Frank, it's so good to see you. This ambulance is a warrior. I have tried to kill it many times, and it will not die." And I was just, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, is there anything we haven't talked about now? So we do 3 things on the stream.
3 things on the stream. The last one is shenanigans, because the thing we do in the middle when it's not a guest is a game, nor a story, and they're usually pretty scary.
Yeah.
So,
audience, we're into the scary stuff.
So, as a means of getting you to bed in a manner which does not involve you locking the door lest the thing get you, we'll close that with something goofy.
Wendy is correct. Speaking of Dooley.
Oh!
If you haven't seen it already, on the, was it Spooky Doorway?
Spooky Doorway.
Twitter feed, our amazing plushies have funded, and they have Velcro on their hands so they can hold hands if they get scared or lost. And they have funded, which means that we will have ours at some point in the future, and we're very excited about it. Wendy, could you please share a link for anybody who wants to take a look at them? But the little boys are going to exist, and I'm very excited. Talk about stream guests we would love to get.
Julia McQueen would be great.
To get... Okay, so now can we get 2 of the developers and I can just pull them up in front of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna...
Hi,
I promise this isn't a kinky sex thing, but could you please come on our stream and... Yeah, how's Jenny gonna write that email? Oh, jeez. So, big fans. No. Some ideas just need to die on the vine. No.
But we are looking at getting the spooky doorway chaps in.
Right? Professionally.
Come on the stream, just don't bring your faces.
Yeah, just don't bring your faces. Exactly. This is a face freezer. One more thing I wanted to talk about before we pretend to maybe do an opening monologue.
Hey.
And then talk about what we're actually doing tonight, which is a spook. Well, it didn't look like a spooky game until I looked.
And then you opened it and you went, oh, Jesus.
Well, Jenny put together the content warnings. I'm like, okay, it's a game about a little Tamagotchi type critter, so death, dying, kind of expect that. And then I'm like, okay. Didn't expect that content warning. And then I loaded up the game, Ozzy, and I listened to it through my headphones, and I went, ugh. So well done. This is apparently going to be a little bit more spooky of a game than I anticipated. We are going to be playing. We might as well tangent onto that right now, and then we'll come back to the other thing. Because, what is linear thought? Forget that. We are going to be playing what is called MOMOTYPE, which is a little tiny indie game. There are multiple endings for the game, and it's supposed to be completable in 30 to 45 minutes.
So in a couple of weeks, when
one
we're done with
playthrough should maybe be accomplishable in the evening. You got 12 minutes to the record for waffling. Okay, we'll wind this in. We might be able to get a complete playthrough done today if we skip the monologue. And then maybe we can either come back to it or we can leave the rest of the endings to you folks. But thank you very much to Ozzy for the recommendation as a little kind of palate cleansery sort of game, because we've finished Scarlet Hollow Chapter 4, our beloved, and we are bereft. And we don't really have a plan for the next content piece we want to do. So if you have any suggestions, that's a good idea. The other thing I was going to say is we call this stream Bedtime Stories. But we haven't been very successful in the reading sort of department lately. I mean, it is a bedtime thing for a lot of people, us included. But if folks have an idea for a different name, we're going to kind of think about that over the next couple of streams. So if you have ideas for what we might want to call the stream, I mean, at this point, we could just probably call it, what was it? Opening Nonsense? that might work.
Opening Nonsense.
What was the name of the Paul and Storm podcast? Paul and Storm talk about some random things for 10 to 15 minutes on average.
Yes.
Something like that. Bedtime shenanigans. Shenanigans is, stories and shenanigans.
Okay,
What?
Thank you for that.
What?
The next time I'm at my computer, I will be reloading all the Paul and Storm albums, having been reminded of their existence.
Yeah, Nugget Man.
I was thinking more the Paul and Storm theme tune.
Yes, Paul and Storm do have a theme too. Is that the one with the Yeah, exactly.
Yes, and also Go Keith Go, Climb Keith Climb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keith Richards trying to get his own coconut. Oh, let's not go there. Please. Now I'm going to sing the stupid pirate song. And that will take us another whole 45 minutes. It's your fault.
We have seen them perform this live. It was their shtick for a long time that it took too long.
It took forever.
It's like an hour.
Yes.
And
I will fully admit that having been in several of those audiences, I contributed to that.
I have rarely seen a human more tired than Paul and or Storm walking up to the microphone going, okay, nerds.
Okay, nerds, let's do this.
Let's do this.
And an hour and a half later. Yes, exactly. So if you have thought, bedtime shenanigans, maybe not quite the right vibe. But yeah, have some thoughts, share some thoughts. We're gonna
night cheese.
Because of the Tina Fey skit from, what is it?
30 Rock.
Is it 30 Rock?
30 Rock. Working on my night cheese.
Oh god. Night cheese is a pretty accurate description of what this stream is. Okay. And on that note.
So I'm in monologue, yeah?
You want to do the monologue? Or
do you want to do the monologue?
Well, let's just get straight into the game.
Okay,
because then I might be able to.
Let's literally embrace the horror. There's no way this can go badly.
How about this? Why don't we take a little break now?
Okay.
And then we'll come back and we'll walk you through the content warnings for MOMOTYPE. And then late night with Alistair and Marguerite. Do 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 do. Right. Okay. Hi. We really like last week with John Oliver. There we go. Trepidatious tangents. Right. Alliteration are very good candidates. Very much so. Night cheese is gonna stick in my head because it's like, is it odious? Is it wholesome? Kind of depends on where you're sitting, you know? It is an homage you could blame on Tina Fey if you need to.
Is it odious? Is it wholesome? To quote Ed Edmondson, yes.
Right. You guys have some thoughts. We'll take a little ad break, and then we'll come back and we'll get ready for MOMOTYPE. Totally stuck in my brain, isn't it? Working on my night cheese. So we got a minute left for the ad break. I wrote down night cheese, bedtime shenanigans, ? Terror and tangents was a good one. Wendy, I like that. Terrible radio shows. My brain is just going A&M in the PM. Troy and Abbott in the morning. Yeah, exactly. You know, it turns into jingles for radio stations. But we got time. We'll come up with something. I trust this group to workshop nonsense. So I like the terrible radio show. A&M in the PM. Yeah, the problem is, what if we do it on, if we don't do that on the evenings? But why was night cheese the one that sticks? How dare you? He's so evil. He really is. Excuse me, Alistair, I've just noticed your t-shirt. Yes?
Well, it's not wrong.
Right? Exactly. Tangential escapades.
Oh, hey, I think 2 of the shows I'm in have announced I'm in them since we last did this.
Have they?
MOMOTYPE, at the very least.
Yeah, we knew you were in MOMOTYPE.
Okay, I think
they're crowdfunding now.
I think the other one might have.
Which one? This one?
No, I don't think so. The other one.
That one's announced.
Yeah.
I've literally opened the Discord folder of all those cast and crew Discords he's now in. Which other one was that? No. Oh, this one? Hang on.
I may have already been announced in that. I can't remember.
I can't either. I think so. Hang on. Let's go to the website and see if you've been announced. That's the crowdfunder.
Through a hilarious...
Yes, you have!
Oh, yeah.
There you are. There's yourself. Among the Stacks is also now launched their crowdfunder.
Through a hilarious accident of scheduling, and also because I'm quite good.
So many celestials to navigate. Yes. We did the math. It's like 9.
I'm in like 9 shows.
A
this year.
third will likely
so
be
far.
announcing in a week or 2. Oh, okay. Good. Good.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes, that one.
Yes.
Good. But okay. They have launched and announced. Excellent.
Ooh, robes.
Robes. Ooh. Wait, I didn't know about. Sorry, I haven't had a chance to look at this yet. Robes, milestones, stretch goals, ways you can help. Oh, I haven't looked at their stretch goals. Yay! Oh, my stretch goal is here! Yay! I will read this one to you. Okay, so stretch goal number 5. If we reach 100K, and they're asking for 17K.
So it is
a heck of a stretch.
Stretch goal.
This is one suggested by Marguerite Kenner as a larger stretch goal. But if we reach 250K, I'm sorry, we will pay everyone involved down to even one-line performances, enough to qualify them for SAG recognition, which is over 500 pounds of paid work. So, yay! Dream big, right? Ask. You never know when somebody who's like, more people should be in the guild, will show up and go, behold, please give me £250,000 and I will make sure that everyone is in the guild. You know, dream big. I love it. I think this is an excellent stretch goal. Thank you very much. I appreciate the name check. Yay! All right, shall we talk about the spooky game now?
Let's do the spooky game.
Okay.
Hit me with the content warnings.
I love following a podcast crowdfunder ahead of time and then seeing that Alistair is in it, right?
If I remember correctly, this is the one where every version of this voice is actually in it at various points.
If I remember correctly, let's see. Let's see
who we got.
David Alt and Kareem
and me.
And you are all in this. And so is
Ben.
Michelle Kelly and Ben and Alex Kingsley and Elliot Ripley
and
Griff and a whole bunch of other people that I haven't. Oh, there's Erica and a bunch of people I haven't met yet, but doubtless will and will become fans of. Is that Bonnie?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That is a fabulous photo, but it's a subtly different type of fabulous to Bonnie's usual fabulous.
Is that the Dracula one? No, this is not the Dracula.
That's another one.
That's Re-Dracula, which he's also in, which you were typecast, but that's okay. It's fun.
Salty Sea Captain.
Salty Sea Captain. Gee, who would imagine? But no, like I said, he's in a lot of stuff this year. This is the Infinite Library. This is among the stacks. Correct.
So freaking good. Oh my god.
I think we put the link in the chat already. Yes. Fantastic. Bonnie is always one. Yeah, Bonnie is a very good friend, and I love them very much. Okay.
Let's do the spooky game.
Let's do the spooky game. All right. Hold on. Here we go.
Because it's a spooky game.
Because it's a spooky game.
That's coming after us.
That always follows you. Okay. No, that's not Paula Storm. That's Jonathan Colton.
Yes, it is.
Come on. Okay.
Go with the program, nerd.
The problem is, of course, that Paula Storm used to always open for Jonathan Colton when they went on tour, so you would see both, which is not a bad thing. I went to the concert that they recorded for their video, and he got very annoyed because one of the songs he plays involves a bunch of improvisation, and he accidentally started doing a Metallica track, and then went, oh crap, no, I can't use this on the video. It was hilarious. We had a wonderful time. That's 40 minutes.
New record.
No, shoot. Okay. Does the ad break mean it counts? We need to agree on whether the hashtag is and Alistair is in it or it has Alistair in it. Well.
Funny you should mention that.
I don't have. Remember the fan art from last week? I think it was. Let me see. Ooh, hold on. I'm going to improvise something. Chat with image. Hold. Oh, that's too big. Hang on, I have to make it too...
It's a normal huge.
It's a normal huge. I have to make you smaller. Come here, come back. The official hashtag, Wendy, is it has Alistair in it. Because that's what the art says. Ta-da! Behold the arts. Also, I love this. This is by Shitpost.
Yep.
And I also love how the microphone cord is connected here, and also how the bottom looks a little bit like a butt. It makes me laugh.
There is slight hint of bottom.
There is a slight hint of bottom. But yes, it has Alistair in it. Behold. Precisely. All right, let's go back. We're actually going to play the game now.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I lost my place. I don't know. All right, here we go. Here's the game. Oops, I got these in backwards. Hang on. All right. Is everybody here?
Oh, I don't like that.
Can you scoochy? Yes. Is everybody hearing the no, do not like music? It's very creepy. But okay, before we get started,
That's a big old bag of nope.
It's scary. Parts of it are definitely scarier than others. The game sounds a bit quiet. I'm gonna turn it up a touch for everybody.
Ruby, you'll be absolutely fed in 10 minutes, I assure you.
Alrighty.
Did we pop the content warnings up? I'm
doing that right this very moment here on the load screen. Right, so we are playing MOMOTYPE, which is by Rimatoad. This is a free game that was released on Steam. And I just got an alert. What do you want? What's going on? Okay, hey, you just hit a movement goal. Good for you. Okay, cool. It does contain some content warnings. So link is in the chat for more detail. But as we understand it, and as you can vibe from the music, horror themes, mental health and trauma, and references to plague. As in, perhaps the environment has experienced some sort of pandemic health crisis. So, yeah, I was not expecting reference to plague either, but thank you very much to Jenny for doing Ducky for doing the research on this. There's more details available at the link. There we go. And one final reminder, I'm not sure how many people have played this. I'm assuming Aussie has because they recommended it to us, but you've got the wiggle emotes available if you have played this game in advance and you know what may be happening and we don't. Please don't spoil things for us as we terrify ourselves.
Rebecca, you will be fed in 10 minutes if you want. It's okay.
I tapped out and thought Alistair was saying, Rebecca, you will be fed in 10 minutes, which was somehow both threatening and reassuring. I mean, sometimes tough love is, like that, exactly. Resources weren't super detailed, so glad of any additions you want to add. So there we go. Okay. So the music is not filling me with,
I'm sure
warm, hopeful feelings. I'm glad we have some shenanigans this evening. So here we go. I'm going to check the options here. Oh, what a sound for voice volume. Ooh, we may not be doing the performing here. We'll find out. I think we're all good there. Shall we start?
Start. Your neighborhood, New Ribosome City. Chains of DNA spin on your screen. They make a web of helices until the logo of Rimatoad Corp appears in a white font. The ad has begun. They were all the rage in the 2100s. You knew them as monotypes, your digital pocket friend. You'd feed them, play games with them, and watch them grow. Mom and Dad liked them because there was no cleanup. You liked them because they seemed real. With the advent of the digital age, we at Rimatoad Corp have noticed society is changing.
Oh dear.
Birth rates in this country have hit an all-time low, not seen since the plague. Soon, our workforce will be depleted and unemployed. Once this occurs, industry will fail.
You have the order of operations backwards on that.
As you all know, this is an existential threat, not only to ourselves, but more importantly, our GDP.
Okay, so can we add, capitalistic hellscape to the content warnings? Not capitalism! Oh no!
Monotypes, our digital pocket pets, have supported this decline.
Capitalism.
We want people to have kids. This, unfortunately, cannot be accomplished through digital software.
Oh God, don't give them that idea.
It can, however, be accomplished through our new product.
I am very concerned.
Today, we are excited to announce the shipment of our new line of monotypes. The real monotype. The digital enters the physical.
Oh my.
Cuddle them like real pets. Play with them like real pets. Watch them grow and change. Know the joys of parenthood. Order now at no cost. Supplies limited.
Where do I start? Oh heavens.
Yes?
What happens if I say no? What? First one's free? Why doesn't it have a... Let's say no. No, thank you.
It turns out that this is a government-sponsored program. When you head to work the next day, your manager corrals your team into a huddle and he explains that everyone will be receiving a monotype.
Oh. Okay. It's like that home ec thing where they give you an egg to keep track of, right?
As a partnership formed between Rimatoad Corp, an employee asks, "You're right on the money, Christine," your manager says. "We have to get this country moving, and corporate wants to be that vehicle of change," he says, shaking his fist in the air. "Your hours will be unpaid, but a week will pass by like nothing. Pizza parties on Friday."
Oh, God.
You're home. New Ribosome City. A dust storm. Lead in the air. You are in a desert-like area. There is nothing around you besides the sound of your thoughts. You cannot find any. A friend tomorrow is a friend for life. Supplies limited. You're
what was
awake.
that?
Remnants of the dream pass and fade into static, and you're back to your show.
Oh, I'll take the dream sequences. How about that?
You're going to watch television until you hear noise outside your door. Someone has left something on your porch. It's for you. When you open the door, there it is, a small creature laying in a basket. It's sleeping soundly.
I'll be the critter. How about
Okay.
that? Turn it over.
The monotype you ordered
You ordered.
has arrived, and it has soft skin. Its ears are pointed. They feel like beanbags upon further inspection. It's a monotype, just in physical form, as per the ad.
As per.
You want to assume it's a plushie. To your surprise, however, the monotype is warm. The terms of your purchase have not been released.
Of course. Not leaving it outside.
No,
Come
we're
on,
not.
we're stuck here now.
Take the creature inside.
Oh, cute art.
Monotypes live for approximately 7 days. A note has been packed inside the basket. Take care of them and they will grow. Monotypes love humans, so give them some love back. It's essential for their well-being.
Find love.
The note ends. There is nothing else by way of instructions.
Is this a don't feed it after midnight situation?
I think it might be. You decide it's time for bed. A collection of particles circle around. They are diluted with a heavy substance that you can't tell what. In your dream, the particles attempt to create form, and in doing so, assemble into a storm.
They're like gray goo? Mono cloud? What's
Yeah, I
going
think
on?
they are. Inside the storm, there is no one and nothing except small spaces where it is immeasurably dark. Your vision recedes. You look from a bird's eye view into the storm, hoping to get a better look. As soon as you think you spot a person, the particles scatter. You repeat this process until finally you realize you are completely alone. The dream ends. You hear shuffling by your bed. You wake up to see what is moving, and the monotype is by your feet.
Hello, parent. Momo will stay with you for the rest of your life. Do you love Momo? Momo already knows the answer.
Okay, this is you. You get to make the choices. I get to voice Momo. You do?
I think I barely know you take it slow.
You pick.
Oh, this is going to go badly, whatever. I barely know you take it slow. Momo stares at you. The words do not register, nor does it seem Momo derives any meaning from them. It's as if you spoke in a different language.
Does that matter? In the first place, you are my designated parent. Nothing can change this fact.
A moment passes. Momo's stomach begins grumbling. Now that you think about it, how does Momo manage to speak?
Momo thinks you have good taste in interior design. Very postmodern. By the way, what does postmodern mean? Momo saw it on a book from your shelf.
Truthfully, you don't know. Momo is now humming the Imitato Corp jingle. Is Momo herbivorous? A carnivore? You don't know yet, but he seems to like pancakes. He's now full of energy. With Momo. Momo flies into the air. They are surprisingly heavy.
Keep going, parent.
After 30 minutes of using Momo like an exercise ball, you are tired. You drop him onto the floor, and while he lays there absently, you take a moment to catch your breath. This results in some confusion. Momo seems fidgety.
Parent, Momo still wants to play.
Continue. You resume chucking Momo into the air. At some point, his body smashes into the ceiling, and to your surprise, he is unaffected. He requests that you keep going.
Kinetically powered?
This process is repeated until your arms give out.
I know, it makes a weird sound every once in a while, doesn't it?
Thank you, parent. Could you cook pancakes tomorrow?
Then he hops off. You lay crumpled on the floor. Upstairs, you can hear small thuds in the hallway. They eventually lead to your bedroom, and soon enough, the noise stops. Momo looks like a plush doll. He lays like a pile of goo. You've decided to pet him, but to your surprise, his body is taut. Underneath is a muscle-bound creature. In the theatre of Momo's mind, there is nothing. The only thing that can be made out is the appearance of a person. Momo is dreaming about someone, and it's most likely you.
How do we know what Momo is dreaming? What is going on?
You're back in the desert, still in bird's eye view. The particles have ceased to move. You know that you've been waiting a long time. Longer than you've waited in real life. You want something to happen. You know this is a dream, but the particles, your buoyed vision, the endless wait, years could pass without contradiction. For now, this is everything.
Interesting. It's almost looking slightly more defined, like there's like a
map.
spoke structure now.
Or it's Momo Eye. As you've been waiting, the particles have started moving. They scatter like dust. Above you, even higher than where you currently are, it starts raining to an innumerable degree, and you ascend. You are now in the clouds. The rain is below you. You are looking down from an even higher position, and finally, without your own observation, the particles begin assembling. They seem to form something definite. You don't notice the figure below you until you see a hand waving. It's a new day.
Momo heard that this country's GDP is on the fritz. Soon nobody will be making babies anymore. Banks will go under. Food will be short. Mass suicides all around. Will Momo be there for it? No.
No.
I can't tell.
This is you.
No, Momo has a bunker out in southwest Ribo. Very safe, well stocked. How does Momo know so much about the world? Intuition? Does Momo know where the bunker is? No, and he does not like revealing such details.
Parent, can Momo ask you a question? What is GDP?
What about economy?
Fucking Jimmy. Momo pauses.
Momo does not know what a bunker is, to tell you the truth. Is it a type of pancake?
Hey.
Momo has not yet decided what to eat. You want him to try new foods.
What should you give him? A cigarette, a steak, or an artichoke?
Artichokes.
Artichokes. Oh, now I want artichokes.
According to Momo, the artichoke heart looks like a...
Flower.
And because flowers are
Pretty.
his words, not yours, he graciously eats it.
Why is this food shaped this way? Is all food shaped this way? Why do we eat, parent?
You do not have reasonable answers to these queries.
The world truly is strange.
Life with Momo is relatively simple. They are a crude mix between a child and a virtual pet. Concerning this, you don't have any particular feelings. However, it does make it difficult when asked questions concerning Momo's identity.
Is Momo human?
No.
If I am not human, then why does parent take care of me?
Because you should care for all living things, wouldn't you agree? Because it's mutually beneficial. You get food and room, I get a pet. I'll go for the top one.
You should care for all living things.
Because you should care for all living things. Momo looks up at you from the ground.
Momo thought care was only reserved for humans. That only humans could accomplish such a thing. I never thought of it that way.
That's the first time he's used I, isn't it?
I never thought of it that way. I think you are correct. That is a stage of cognitive development.
Oh, this is a body snatcher situation. Reserved for humans. At this line, you take a pause. Why would it be reserved for humans, you ask?
Humans are everything. Wouldn't you agree?
He responds. Today, you've decided to show Momo the world through your television, a reflection of the real world. You've placed Momo onto the couch, where they can browse a selection of different shows. Momo does not know what television is, however, so, well, you turn on your cable box. We have Planet Hippo, Dragon Sphere, or A New Sheriff in Town.
Planet Hippo.
Planet Hippo.
Tell them about the real world first, before we start explaining fantasy and history.
Look at the size of this one, mate. A man with an accent is pointing to a hippo. What a pretty little lady we got here. Along with his camera crew, the presenter is hiding in a bush. He wears a pair of binoculars and khaki shorts. Old Bertha's put on a couple hundred. I bet she's ripe. Gorgeous. He licks his lips. The presenter then exits the shade of the bush and runs to the sandy bank where the hippo lies. Come here, Bertha, you sly gal! He enters the water, lifting his legs as fast as he can go. The mother hippo stares the man down, nostrils above the water.
Why does he run?
Momo asks. For footage of the hippo, you respond. Momo takes a moment.
What does he want to do with Hippo?
The man on the screen grabs the hippo and subsequently is flung into the air.
Oh no!
He is then pulled down under and he does not resurface.
Oh dear.
Between the two of you, there is a long pause. Finally, you speak up. Yeah, I don't really like him either. You decide to change channels. Dragon Sphere or a new sheriff in town?
Let's do Dragon Sphere. A cab.
I'll pay for this, friends, Dreamsa. On my life, I swear to destroy you. This ends now. A man with rippling muscles stands on screen. He looks like he's squatting, like he's using the toilet. In actuality, he's powering up. It's Dragon Ball Z.
Vegeta. Oh. Super angry! That's the stuff of legends! Artichoke of all people, blast it all!
Yells Vegeta to no one in particular. Artichoke, the other man yelling, has been in one position for the past 15 minutes. Oh, it's definitely Dragon Ball Z. Rocks levitate, thunderstorms form, lava erupts from the ground. In the meantime, Freemsa, who is awestruck, stares at his rippling muscles. This continues for another 20 minutes. This is very clearly someone processing some feelings about Dragon Ball. In this time, Artichoke and Freemsa only manage to grunt at each other. At the 40th minute mark, Artichoke finally releases his energy and his hair turns blonde. His muscles are bigger now. Freemsa, from what you can tell, is in awe of his bulging chest. There's silence until Artichoke breaks it by speaking. He says but one thing.
Please say 9,000.
Now I'm really angry. Freemsa blushes. The episode ends.
Momo says nothing!
Momo's like, fuck is this shit?
I knew Sheriff in town. I ain't having a swig of this.
A mustachioed man fitted with a cowboy hat spits on the ground.
Tastes like my mother's burnt boot.
The bartender hides his frustration.
Just give me that whiskey.
Suddenly, the door opens. From the sunlight emerges a shadowy figure. Looks to be a man in his early 40s, tan and with multiple scars. Sheriff Dudley. Snake in the bush. Sin incarnate. His hand waves in a grand gesture. How many holes could I press into that suit of yours before you bleed?
Probably
One.
just one if you did it fast.
The tan man pulls out his revolver. The Lord did he know, despite all my guilt and sorrows, iron cuts deep. You will know what it means.
Bottle to the right. Yeah, there.
Sheriff Dudley flicks his wrist to the whiskey bottle in the corner. The bartender does not move.
We'll get a move on.
When nothing happens, Sheriff Dudley slaps his fingers on the table.
Dudley!
The tan man says,
The devil welcomes a new man into his hearth. You will pay for your crimes against me.
Dudley stares down, then sucks his teeth. The tan man has cocked his gun. Well, dog. Sheriff does not move. Gonna get up. Are you a cock with no ball?
The whistle of a bullet.
The whistle of a bullet is preceded by a hole appearing in the tan man's head. The words do not exit his mouth, and his face drops its expression. He falls to the floor.
Language there, partner.
Sheriff Dudley turns to the bartender. a grimace on his face.
How many times I gotta ask?
After watching TV, you decide it's time for bed. Momo hobbles up the stairs. You cook something for yourself, then call it a night. Momo sleeps soundly.
That was very bizarre.
In the theatre of Momo's mind, they are studying hippos. For Momo, their vision has collapsed on this image. It is all they are currently dreaming of.
Is this the perceptual
Momo is watching
and
Momo
this is
dream.
the dream Momo? Interesting.
In your dream, the particles have formed a shadow. From your height, you believe the shadow to be your own. It is overcast. There is no available light.
It still looks like a spoke. Or maybe an eye.
A question arises and presents a contradiction. How can shadows exist if there is no light? You already know why. You descend to the earth. The shadow mimics your movement and rises up, and it is not a shadow. It is face to you now. When you move your right arm, it moves its right arm. When you move your left, it does the same. This dark formation mimics your every move. You find it unnerving. You decide to dig into the earth. You want to hide until it goes away. As you descend, the shadow rises into the air and becomes the object projecting its figure onto the earth. You realize you are the shadow, and the dark formation, by contrast, has become you. You have switched positions. You feel a tinge of regret.
Interesting.
Momo has woken up excited.
What's that?
Could we try something new?
He asks.
He's looking at us.
In the far corners of your room, Momo has picked up a copy of 100 Facts About Hippos.
Which is a book I totally had lying around.
You do not know how this book appeared in your house. He has been reading since daytime.
Parent, would you like to know a hippo fact?
Sure.
Hippos can hold their breath for approximately 5 minutes. They cannot swim. Instead, they bound through the water using the force of their feet. Incredible, do you not think? Let me give you another hippo fact.
Sure.
Look at our adorable hyperfixated child.
Hippos are known to live in small herds of up to 10 or 20 other hippos. They are led by a dominant hippo, while the others are submissive to him. Essentially, it is a harem. By the way, what is a harem? Oh, and there's another thing about hippos.
Sure.
According to this researcher, hippos may have consciousness like that of a human. Some even say that because of their brain size and neural connectivity, it may be similar to that of a pig or a whale. Although it is impossible to tell because, as you know, we are not hippos, we are human.
Interesting. He is hypofixated. He's hippofixated. Hippofixated. Aww.
We are we? Yeah.
We are we?
Go for the top one.
You want to say that we are human?
Go for the bottom one.
Okay. Well, there are only two options, and you've picked each once.
Go for the bottom one.
Okay. You're not.
You're not human, Momo. Momo has been reading another hippo fact until he hears you. He stops, scanning the book, and his body is furrowed.
What do you mean? Momo is not what? Not human?
I thought you had already established this. or that Momo had already known this. It seems that raising Momo as a human has been confusing. Is his identity still forming? Is Momo actually just a child?
You are parent.
Momo stares at his non-existent feet.
You are parent. I am your son.
He says a final time.
You are my parent, and I am your son.
This time he looks up at you. Top one.
Basically, yes.
Basically your son.
Good. I'm happy you stopped playing tricks.
Oh boy. Okay. Momo blushes as he knows you were only just joking.
Could we have pancakes, human?
Sure thing, bud. You reply. It is the dream.
Okay, that has definitely resolved.
It's an eye. Shadow stays in the air. You stay in the ground. A white sphere has opened up from the storm, and it looks upon the both of you. Would you like to get out, friend? To this you can't respond, as you do not have a mouth. You do not have arms either. You, in the air. Would you like to get out? The shadow, still floating in the air, does not give a response. In this entropic storm, it would be hard to make out if they did. The sphere's words, however, those are clear. Light comes from the sphere. It has a dark center. A moment of clarity arrives, and you realize that the sphere is the sun. Would you like to get out? The sun asks. Congratulations! Momo has evolved. They have grown hippo feet.
And the music has become ominous.
Momo has been staring at the mirror since morning. They have not left.
Why have I grown feet?
They shuffle in the mirror.
Why do I look like this?
They turn around in the mirror.
Why does my face look like this? I shouldn't look like this. Why is this happening? Where are my hands? Where are my fingers? What happened, parent?
To take Momo's mind off his recent transformation, you've decided to play some more television for him.
This is basically puberty, isn't it?
Crikey, mate, Bertha's gotten even thicker. The man from last time is back. He's wearing a cast around his neck.
Around his neck!
His khakis have been lined with sweat all along his crotch area. Now, Bertha, I know we had our issues, sweetie, but let's let bygones be bygones. The hippo charges at him, and once more he is flung into the air. He falls on the ground, this time making a loud thud, and he does not get up. TV cuts off. An ad is playing. A friend tomorrow is a friend for life. Order a MOMOTYPE today.
dear. We've got just about a minute left on the ad break, but you're very cute. You realize your mistake before it's too. Momo knows it's a product. Haley Joel Osment freak. Okay, Ozzy. I can't watch that movie anymore. I've seen it once, and that was enough. And I got so angry when the mother just like randomly is like, oh, I'll just activate you, boop, and then just, I can't. All my emotions, I experienced them all at once with that movie.
There are 2 films where I have seen deeply visceral audience responses. One is Avengers, where the thing happens. And this is a 10-year-old movie, and yes, I'm preserving spoilers.
You don't have to preserve spoilers on a 10-year-old movie.
And the other is AI. And there are 2 or 3 points in AI where Teddy, the little AI Teddy, is in danger. Mm-hmm. And people yelled.
Yeah.
There's a point where he falls out of the hot air balloon they're in, and the entire audience went, no!
Yeah, that movie was like, oh.
It is indeed the one with the spinach scene.
Yes.
And yes, Avengers is 10 years old, and the thing in Avengers is the moment with Coulson and Loki in the prison cell.
Yes, exactly. I was so mad. Oh, God. Right? Grim? Oh, my gosh. Anyway, we have realized our mistake. Ready?
Yeah. Supplies are limited. Get your very own friend today, genetically bred to love humans, just like a real child. The shot cuts to an eerily similar image of a MOMOTYPE. Isn't that right, Momo? Come by the bunker, Momo. You'll be safe.
Is the television talking to our Momo?
I think so. The TV ends. Previous programming continues. Do you want to go to bed, Momo? You ask meekly. There is no response, and Momo does not want to give you the courtesy of one, or at least that's what seems to be the case. Bed? You ask another time. When no response comes, you inevitably head back to your room. Momo knows where to go, you think. In the theater of Momo's mind, he is seeing his brothers and sisters.
Is that what that is?
Let's hope so. The sky is bright in your dream. A cold chill has found itself in the air, and wherever you are, you feel it.
Dear.
Would you like to get out? The sun asks. You're not in the earth anymore. You're standing upright, face to face with your shadow. They've descended. Would you like to get out? The sun asks once more. The shadow then speaks.
Yes, I would like to get out.
You are puzzled. When you move your hand, the shadow moves his. When you move, he mirrors you. Was the shadow yourself since the beginning? No. You think. Before you can realize the shadow's true nature, they have already moved into the far recesses of some other place. They have moved on, and yet you are still here. The far corners of your dream particles have been collecting together. Momo is not in bed. You cannot find him. He is not in the hallway. You find Momo in front of the mirror. He is staring at himself. Oh.
Is that what he's doing?
Oh, that is bad.
Nope. 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 Nopey. Nopey.
He's bigger too, I think.
Nopey. 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 Nopey.
I thought you were parent. If not parent, then a human who loved me. You are neither. This is fake. Will I grow up, parent? Or am I just a pet to be discarded after serving my purpose? I will never grow up, parent, will I?
You can hear pain in Momo's voice.
Did you think this was all right? To give me such a cruel life?
You're about to speak, but you're cut off.
I'm nothing. A pale imitation, a freak, a process of ideas. This is not funny.
Momo looks to you.
Everything I will or ever be is centered around you. You are my one love, parent. I am, after all, your child.
Momo's mind is ablaze. They are staring into you.
Yeah, let's have a quick reminder of the content warnings here, folks, okay?
You're the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. And to make it even worse, you're entirely real. I can never come close to you. I'm not even real.
Momo inhales.
Please no.
He pauses.
I love you so much it hurts my insides. I want to tear out everything in me so I can be at your side. I want to love you forever. I've never told you this, parent. Is it even possible?
Momo gives his final words.
No, it isn't. I only know one thing. You are not human. You are Friesma, the Tan Man, the Hippo Man. Evil. Less than human. Nothing.
Momo hops away. His body jiggles with each step. Momo is nowhere to be found for the rest of the day. You head for bed, unable to fall asleep. You are anxious for the new day.
Yes, no more television for Momo.
No more television for you, young blob. In Momo's dream, they are a hippo. With the absence of your shadow, the sun has since disappeared. Time has continued to pass.
It was a trick of the mind.
You hear someone say.
Who knows what we'll find in this storm? I'm already you, friend. You're already me.
From the horizon, there appears the sun once more.
I'm already you.
It gets even brighter now.
You're already me.
Standing in the bleached center of this desert is a lone body. It is you. You look behind to see your shadow being cast by the sun. It has returned, and not by their own choice. Do you want to get out? The voice ends. Your shadow stays beside you. It will not move by itself anymore.
Wake
There
up,
it is.
parent. What is Momo anyways? A pancake? A bunker? Is Momo an idea?
Momo's body is taut in the depths of their eyes, you see a tunnel.
Will you love me?
Momo asks. Run!
Oh my goodness.
Indeed, what the haunted target dog is this? You run to the hallway. It is empty. The light from the street reflects into the space. Though you cannot see well, you can make out what is behind you.
I don't actually love you. Huh. What's that? You don't love me? Why don't you love me? I'm everything you could ever ask for and more. I'm made for you, developed for you. What more do you need?
The creature looks at you from a towering height.
I wish I had no eyes, so I could have never seen you. I love you so much. Does it just continue?
You've entered your living room. The creature has chased after you.
If only I was born in a different body. I'm an abomination, a deviant. You are everything I ever wished to be. Please love me. I read the tag in my basket. I only live for 7 days. Is this true, parent? He's slowing down.
Yes.
But I don't want to die. You make me vomit. No human could be this cruel. To raise me as his plaything? I reject it.
Right? Frankenstein's monster.
So I'm designed to love you. I love myself. I am human. You are the creature. A disgusting parasite. A worm. Do you like being stomped, you worm? I know you'll like it. This time, it won't be fake.
Run to the kitchen. Run, run, run. Run. Runnington McGee. Momo reaches for your neck. Momo didn't have hands yesterday.
Ah. Know that I still love you. How could I not?
Blacking out.
Was I designed to love you, parent? Even so, does it matter? This is the most real thing to me. Please answer me. Parent? Parent? Parent?
Dust storm. Lead in the air. You are in a desert-like area. There is nothing around you beside the sound of your thoughts. cannot find anyone. It is so lonely. You decide to craft a mirror. It is made out of particles circling the air, and in the mirror, you see your reflection. A swarthy figure walks out of the mirror. The borders vanish between the glass and the desert. Your reflection is now in front of you, and you are both standing together. Your clone stares at you, puzzled. You cannot tell if they're conscious. Are they even alive? Unbeknownst to you, however, the clone is having the same thoughts. The vast terrain that separates you is not one of physical distance. It is something more tragic. You both realize you will never experience anything other than yourselves. You realize that you are your own world and nothing more. The shadow vanishes. The desert, despite all your attempts, is empty.
Parent.
You're conscious.
I can't see anything. There's nothing in front of me.
Okay, 1, I, 2, contractions.
Where am I, parent?
There's a long pause. You cannot say a word. Your throat has been crushed. All around you there is darkness. The lights from the street illuminate everything into vague shapes, but nothing you can truly make out. You hear the sound of your heart beating, and in this dark room the air sits heavy.
I can't see myself, parent. I can't. Where am I? And where are you? I had one more thing to ask.
All you can see are vague shadows crossing your line of sight. One of the shadows is Momo. They are large and warm. Your leg graces his body, and to your surprise, he is soft.
Can we be friends, parent? Pretty please? Pretty please? Pretty please? That makes the most sense, parent. For once, I agree.
Who's Momo talking to?
Yeah. Momo takes one more look at himself.
His shadow size compared to the apartment.
If my nature has determined that I am meant to love you, then there is only way.
Maybe only one way?
I will make a choice against my nature, one that is not predetermined. You are parent. This is my own fact. Bye, parent. I will see you later.
Momo has jumped onto the city streets. They have hit the ground with a tremendous thud. You think you see Momo's shadow, but in fact a pool of blood has begun to form.
Oh no. Momo.
There are no lights to illuminate Momo's form. They are pitch black. From what you can assume, Momo has died. Two for one sale. Call right now for your MOMOTYPE today. Your TV has been turned on. The glow from behind draws you closer. Did you love... Sorry.
Did you love Momo?
It's Momo's voice. This is not just an ad. Like, yes.
Did we?
Uh,
Let's say yes. See what happens.
see what happens when we click yes.
Well, if we say yes,
Then click no.
Would you like to stay, Momo's parents? Because Momo will love you till the end of time.
Hear sirens in the distance amid the words you are now hearing.
Is it real to you? Could you still be my parent? Trick question. None of that matters. I can't tell you how relieved I feel.
You cannot reply. Your throat does not work.
Will it ever matter to you?
Momo is on the screen. It's the Momo you have taken care of, but they are on your digital display somehow. Confusion hits you. How are you here? You ask.
Did Momo ever tell you this, parent? Momo will be everywhere. In the meantime, would you like a fact about what you're seeing?
Momo leans in closer.
In your wiring, in your dreams, inside of you, everywhere.
Cannot stop to think as you stare at the screen.
It's okay, parent. Is pretending faking anyways?
You're about to give your answer, but
Pretending can be very real. More real than real. Momo is excited. You're Momo's pet now.
we
swapped. The monotype on the screen has begun humming the Imitato Corp jingle. The light has escaped from the television. You are alone in the middle of your living room. You hear static. All around you are shadows. High Def Star.
High Def Star was the name of that ending. I am made of questions.
So Momo has an existential crisis. An ending.
I'm going to go back to the big camera because I cannot handle the music. I am made of questions. Oh. I, one, feel like I am woefully underskilled in philosophy. Two, I don't think that was a very good ending. That's kind of my takeaway, as on the scale of endings, that is one of them. Grim, if you want to say a wiggle thing now that we've completed a single playthrough, that would be fun. I'm like, were we inconsistent in our messaging? Did we have a choice to not put the thing in front of the television for a day? Wow. I just, no television next playthrough. I think
no television next time, Momo.
No, Momo. No, we're not gonna learn. We're not gonna watch things on TV. Are you looking stuff up?
I'm curious. And yeah, apparently the endings unfold in a surprising way.
Yeah. According to Steam, there are at least 4 endings and then a potential secret 5th. So I'm gonna have to play that a couple more times.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it is rewarding to replay the game by clicking start without clicking reset. Okay. Shoot, I'm out of time. For folks who are looking for the details of this game, there's a link and it's free on Steam as well. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave that open and
2 more replays will do it. So we go through it twice more to get the necessary endings. I like that.
Can I save? I don't want to reset. I just want to. Maybe if I just hit exit and then I come back. And if I've exited the game now, and if that's not right, then oh boy, wow.
That's really interesting. It's really interesting. That is very chewy.
Like I said, you can take your headphones on now. I did not reset. Yeah, I'm just made of questions. I have a few 100 billion questions, and also I want to burn this evil corporation to the ground.
Yes,
but that's kind of a general thing.
Digital rights, yo.
So yeah, okay.
Ozzy, thank you for pointing us at that.
Yes, thank you very much.
That is chewy,
and it took us about 90 minutes to not 90 minutes, maybe 60, a little more than 60 minutes. There is absolutely at least one more stream in this.
Cool.
Do folks want us to play it again through next stream as well? Why don't you think about that while we get the please do not send me to bed on philosophical canon fodder horror. The moral of the story: capitalism derogatory. Yes, exactly. Yeah, we all need brain sorbet, 100%. Also, I think we might play that again next week.
Yeah, I think so.
Shall we try it?
If one more playthrough gets us,
we might be able to get 2, or if they're shorter and they get consolidated. Yeah. Thank you for sharing the love in the very zombie sort of way. Exactly. All right. Brain sorbet is a good stream name. Yes. Wendy, would you add that to the list, please? Lovely. Thank you. Also, Robesco, loving your little spooky guy here with the hat. Very cool.
Little spooky hat.
If 7,000 and a uni degree can't teach me philosophy, this game can't, right? I'm just kind of like, oh boy. All right, so where are my bedtime sorbet brain things?
Brain sorbet, bread time.
Bread time, brain sorbet. Brain sorbet. Here we go. A cute and short Tumblr post from Elwood. Okay, fine. All right, so brain sorbet this evening, quickly. Where's the... No, don't push that button. There we go.
No, not that button.
That's the monologue. That was the wrong button. We want shenanigans. We want the shenanigan button. There we go. We are going to do... We will take turns reading lines.
Cool.
This is from... Who's...
This was
Kedriva?
This was pointed our way by Endwich, so thank you for that.
I think this is some...
specifically mentioned in the thread. And yes, Wendy, that is also my face, as you can see.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay, so we're going to do this Tumblr post, which is editing? Oh, you mean fic patching.
Protagonist now has more complex motivations.
Protagonist now remembers key facts about important people. He no longer develops convenient amnesia between cutscenes.
Protagonist now has a cooldown on certain adverbs. Adverbs have been buffed by 30% to compensate.
Developer note: adverbs are important to writing, but they are sometimes overused. This change keeps adverbs relevant while encouraging the use of adjectives and verbs.
The horse now has a name.
What is that word?
Deuteragonist.
Deuteragonist.
Would you like me to do that one?
Is that like dude antagonist? Deuteragonist?
It is antagonist. If I remember correctly, a deuteragonist is an antagonist who is also not actually a villain.
What the? Okay.
Han Solo.
Fine. Snark power has been increased to 150, up from 75.
Characters now no longer reference the previous version's climate and have been updated to react abruptly to the currently set season.
Solved a glitch where supernumerary limbs would sometimes emerge during complex physical interactions.
Should no longer display insert name here during conversations and narration. All of such occurrences have been replaced with the appropriate tags. While I feel perceived.
Conversation continuity has been improved. Characters will no longer inappropriately respond with lines from previous iterations of the narrative.
All references to Event A have been purged to reflect changes in narrative structure.
Now with more thematically consistent swearing.
Back-to-back repeated words that resulted from sentence rearranging or start-stop editing have been cleared.
Paragraphs which contained 2 or more instances of the same adjective twice have had their adjectives updated to accurately reflect a player's vocabulary inventory.
Minor time-traveling issues have been resolved. All characters should now exist in the same tense.
Punctuation has been improved. Commas have been reduced by half.
Character sighing has been reduced by 30%.
Oh my god, this is so accurate. Characters looking at things or people during conversations have been reduced by 40%. To make up for this, characters thinking about the conversation has been boosted and descriptive narrative has been added.
Title has been applied.
Oh my god, this is so accurate! Ouch!
I think I'm going to hazard a guess that I speak for the entire stream here when I say, hey!
I thought a deuteragonist was someone who was important to the plot, but not the main
Honestly, I
protagonist.
just came here for a good time and I feel very attacked.
Mekamora, welcome to the stream.
Welcome.
I'm sorry you've walked in on us all being shamed by this. Yeah, this is really well
Glorious.
done. I wish there was a whole lot more. I'm like, are there more responses? Unfortunately, okay, I'm gonna go, hold on a second. I'm on Tumblr, right? Okay, I'm gonna like search for fic patching and see if we get more of these because those are freaking brilliant. No. Apparently, well, let me search on Tumblr itself. Fic patching. Let's see what comes up. Scroll. Extremely important update to settle our bones. Okay. Nope, probably not. It's probably a whole lot of actual fix as opposed to that fantastic idea. I just missed the existential horror. That's okay. I've had my fill for this week. I think a lot of us have. Fic patch, reduce incidence of the word just by 75%. What's the name of that book that Margaret uses about writing? So we have a really good friend, Margaret Dunlop, and there is a resource. She's a writer, a Hollywood script writer. So she does a lot of television animation, prose, writes a lot of different things. And there is one particular guide she uses that has a list of like 20 or 30 different, when you've finished your manuscript, search for each of these words and see how many times you use it and how many times you can remove it. Lists. And I'm sure that the word that, just, those words.
We have visible notes.
Notes visible here. Ooh.
Thank
you
Doc.
very much. Emotions, back-to-back repeated words. Title has been applied. Oh, here we go. Is this the same thing? No, this is the same thing. Oh, no, there's the responses. Yes. Hold on. Other comments. There's always one of my main problems, especially when you are learning your own time without a proper class to really sit in and understand the fundamentals of fan fiction.
Reduced size and smirks, added more lines. People now actually sit back down in between the currencies of standing up. Close square brackets, emotionally fixed. Anatomy, flexibility, and number of limb issues during smut scenes has also been fixed. Foreshadowing has been added as follow-up to the previous update, finally figuring out how the fuck this fic would end. Horse has been retroactively inserted to 50% of the scenes because I accidentally loved him a lot more than originally planned. Next update will change the end so that the horse...
And just trails off. Subplot 19C now linked from chapter 3. Color hue variance increased by 33%. Fixed a bug where supporting characters' dialogue triggered early. Increased visibility of obscure camo characters to compensate for lack of quests involving them. Oh no!
Editing. Oh, you mean going, holy shit, did I really write that? And questioning your own sanity.
Mention of protagonist's dead name now lines up with dead name mentioned in the prequel. Tags changed to reflect use of original canon timeline, not the remake. Name of side character has been changed to the standard used by the others. Remove anachronistic references to X-rays. Ooh, ouch. Harsh. Developers news. We've identified the ending, but we're still not sure how to get from point C to point D, and the ending's all the way at Q, so it may be a while yet, right?
I imagine this isn't just true for fic. As a web developer, the only way I'll ever be able to write is to rush to a minimum viable product, then start filing countless bug reports to resolve.
Wow. This list is so good.
So great.
So good. Thank you very much for that, and much appreciated.
We are at 8 minutes until Pumpkin.
Yes, exactly. Winnie's going to turn into a pumpkin. Sometimes I find it hard to parse those postmodern theorists who talked about how language is inherently incapable of conveying meaning, but then sometimes when I'm struggling with writing, I get it. Yep. Fic patch, characters in this NSFW scene now have the correct number of limbs and no longer levitate. Oh dear. Wow. Okay. Very much so. Nice. All right. Shall we tell folks where to find us next time?
You can next find us on Friday when the next issue of our frequently award-nominated newsletter, The Full Ed, will go live.
Yes.
This week we have a fantastic novella and Oso Vicioso.
Oso Vicioso.
Amongst other things. Then on Sunday we will be back to exploring the walled lost city in Stray.
Where were we in Stray?
We just turned the transmitter back on and you had accidentally triggered the plot in the bar.
Yeah, that's right. We talked in the bar and he wants us to go visit the son of Doc, one of the outsider scientists, to look for notes about a secret lab and a Zerk repelling weapon to try and make a break for it. Yep. But I need to find the rest of the sheet music first, because curling up next to the musician while he plays the guitar and listening to his music makes me very happy. So I need to do that first. Mm-hmm. All right. Then, Wendy, you get an arm and you get an arm. Oh dear.
Then on next Wednesday, we will be back here and
we're gonna try that Momo thing again. And okay.
Yeah. Let's
try that
see
again,
how this develops.
Shall we? Exactly. There we go. I think that's everything. Is there anything else coming up recently?
Hugo nominations have opened.
Oh, I haven't even thought about all of that yet. I'm sure we'll be talking more about that in the future. Don't worry. We'll come back to all of that. Among the Stacks is crowdfunding now.
MOMOTYPE is crowdfunding now.
MOMOTYPE is crowdfunding now.
Others are following.
We're up to episode, I think this week or next week, we get episode 3 of Super Suits, which has been delightful. And if you have more ideas for what should we rename this stream, because it is bedtime, but we're not telling many stories right now. Hang on to your thoughts. Monday is episode 3 for Super Suits. Yes, excellent. That sounds delightful. And we'll be back.
Fantastic.
I think that's everything.
Thank you so much for joining us, folks. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
And this has been existentially terrifying and fun.
And
We'll see you next time.
Have a good rest of your time zone, everybody.